Does internet mean the death of newspapers? Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Let's face it, most of us don't realize it, but we are failing to be good role models. The best role models are the older people. We are the older people. It's important that the kids see us reading, not just books. The newspaper is healthy too. Why should a person bother reading the newspaper anyway? If they want to know the latest news, they could just read it online using the internet. Why should we read the newspaper? The answer is simple, but we'll get to that question later. We'll start off with the internet. It is one of the greatest inventions of mankind. It gives you the power to stalk people right away. It has the answer to a student's problem. And the best thing about the internet, you can even have thousands of friends. Everybody uses the internet most of the time. Even our grandparents are now learning how to use it. We can even use our cell phones to surf the net. Isn't internet the best? Besides its social benefits, it also allows us to gain knowledge and awareness of what's happening in our world. Websites like Yahoo or Google provide us the latest news. With their help, we can simply read the news online and refrain from spending too much on newspapers. Maybe we can even save the trees if we stop buying the newspapers. But before the television and the internet, newspapers were the primary source of news. Whether your interests were international, national, local, sports, or financial quotations, the newspaper was the first to tell you the latest information. Some people may not even know the different sections of the newspaper. The newspaper is composed of 10 different parts. The first part is the general news. It contains the most important news and is usually found on the front page of the newspaper. The second is the local and foreign news section. This section contains news from the towns and cities of the nation, and also news from other countries. The third is the editorial page. This section is filled with articles called editorials, which states the opinion of the editor or publisher on certain issues or events. The fourth and probably the most important part of the newspaper, the sports section. This page contains news about sports events in and out of the country. The fifth is the classified ads. It is the section that contains advertisements like house for sale, wanted maid, and many more. The sixth is the business and finance section. This section provides people information on banking, foreign exchange rates, imports, and exports. The seventh is the entertainment section. It is the part of the newspaper that can help when your family is planning to have a family day. It contains information about movies, radio, television, and other activities for entertainment. It also includes games and puzzles, comic strips and cartoons, and the daily horoscope. The eighth is the home and culture section. This section will surely help all the mothers out there. It provides ideas about budgeting, food preparation, house improvement, and proper plant care. The ninth is the travel and tourism section. This section directs tourists to scenic vacation spots and gives information on the activities in these places. And also, the newspaper is not complete without the announcements and obituary page. This section provides news on the activities of different religious stuff, such as fellowships, seminars, prayer meetings, and Bible studies. The obituary contains a list of people who died, and the time and place of their burial. As you can see, the newspaper costs less, yet it has so much to offer. It provides you knowledge and entertainment. Plus, you get a chance to find a job. Isn't that wonderful? Newspapers are printed with the help of large printing press. By automating the production of newspapers, the number of papers available to the public greatly increased, making it more affordable for people to purchase one. These developments gave people a great opportunity in the newspaper. Many printing press require manpower. Even though the machines do the printing, it is still operated by men. Large printing press not only help the citizens by giving them the latest news, it also helped the whole economy. Now I know some of you are still wondering why people still prefer newspapers. The answer is very simple. Newspapers are handier. It is handier than using the internet, in the sense that it is more convenient to use. Everyone knows that newspapers are printed on papers, and papers come from trees. But people should also know that electricity gives power to the internet. Internet alone is not sufficient. A computer or any mobile gadgets, which also uses electricity separately, are needed to use the internet. So using newspapers alone would have helped the environment more. Buying the newspaper may be inconvenient not just because you spend money on them, but you also need to go out of the house just to buy it from the newspaper stands. It can be a hassle, but it can also be considered as a morning exercise, which is good for your health. After using our newspaper, we can still benefit from it if we use it wisely. An individual can recycle old newspapers and turn it into a bag. You can also make an ad design in the house. Families can also benefit from old newspapers. They can use the old newspapers for school projects. For Filipinos, it also serves as a towel for our backs when we perspire. It can also be used as a substitute for rugs. Instead of using rugs, we can wipe off the dirt with a used newspaper. Newspapers can also contribute to the society as well. Whenever you sell old newspapers, not only you earn money, but also help the society by recycling. Some people also donate their old newspapers to schools for reading purposes. We should not forget about the newspapers entirely. Even though we can freely use the internet, we should also give newspapers some importance. People work hard to write the newspaper, so we must not let it go to waste. It is true that the internet might cause the death of the newspapers, but we should always remember its helpful feature and great benefits. Thank you.